per hour and not as strong as it usually is inside this venue. 29 degrees Celsius on the thermometer. Yeah, warm out there. And the players will be looking to transfer the warm temperature into some hot play out there on the pitch. The pitch conditions much better than we've seen here. In fact, since we've taken the JPL here, the organizers have, these are the best pitch conditions. I got here early and they watered it extensively. A lot of work done filling the little dents in the surface. Hats off to the ground staff, and I'm happy to be able to say that this week the surface has been the beneficiary of water and some good work. These are the results of the games played so far. Cavalier 3-1 over Tivoli. Bear getting a vital win, 1-0 over Montego Bay United. Dunbeholden beating Harbourview. That game ending with the Harbourview players unhappy with each other. More on that later. Portmore United beating Mount Pleasant 2-0. And then Humberland, Molynes, Waterhouse, Arnott Gardens, the games to come. Let's look at what happened on Sunday. And Chris, we were at Drax Hall for the action in this Dunbeholden Harbourview clash.
Yeah, big 3 points for Dunbeholden. Not a surface that they generally enjoy, but an excellent finish nonetheless. Big 3 points, as I say, taking them to top of the table in the Premiership. Dunbeholden, and Dwayne Smith with his second of the season as well. Yeah, the substitute Dwayne Smith getting the job done, and then Portmore United against the hosts Mount Pleasant. Yeah, Mount Pleasant in a real rut. Now tinkering in 4th position on the table after leading comfortably at one stage. And Portmore United, they have been up and down in terms of their performances so far this season. This was a good one for them, keeping a clean sheet and grabbing all 3 points. I'm sure Lenny Hyde will be glad for the clean sheet as usual. But yeah, Portmore need to show more consistency if they are really going to penetrate the top 6 of this Premier League table. Cunningham's clip to Charleston, who fires home. The Haitian breaking his duck and getting Portmore second on the day, winning. Mount Pleasant had a late penalty in the game, and they couldn't even take a consolation to the disappointment of their supporters, which leaves the table looking like this. Dunbeholden, as Chris said, out front, 25 points. Waterhouse can join them there, well, can pass them out if they can pass them if they can beat Arnott Gardens later. And then the clash between 10th and 11th will start us off on this final slate of the match week 11 fixtures. Humberland and Molynes United. Vere and Tivoli Gardens, well, that went to arbitration. It went to the steward's room, the equivalent of horse racing, and the officials decided that because of a rule breach by Vere, Tivoli were awarded 3 points and a 3-0 scoreline. So Vere's game against Tivoli, which was not played, has been decided in the officials' room, and Vere coming up with the short end of the stick. Tivoli winning 3-0 in the decision. Well, that was the decision handed down and a 3-0 scoreline. All right, Chris Taylor on interview duties as per usual. He spoke with both camps.
Yes, two of us are trying to see if we can get some consistency in our play. They're a young team, and I understand they have been in the window doing a lot of shopping, so they are coming with some young players with a lot of gusto today. So we expect a tough challenge today, but we are prepared for it, and we are going to go out there and see if we can put them under pressure just as well as them trying to put us under pressure. What we want to do is see if we can manage the ball both sides of the field, both in the attacking third and in our defensive third. We can't be complacent, and we have to be aggressive.
You spoke about consistency, and obviously you've been very consistent at the back in terms of restricting goals. A young captain leading your team as well, but if the top third of the field, the attacking side, is where you want to see more potency.
Definitely, senior players like Bishdal Harris and Andre Tennant have to step up and come to the plate. They have to guide the youngsters, and they have to take the lead and carry the team by the scruff of the neck. So we're hoping that today that they can be impactful in the game, and we can get some quality in the final third.
A word about O'Dane Murray. I know it was a big move for you to give him the captain's armband. Maybe he himself was surprised. How happy have you been with his leadership and performance?
I've been happy. Who much is given, much is expected, and we believe that if we give him added responsibility, it will also increase his impact on the game and also develop him. So we believe it was a good decision. Vanzi being out for the remainder of the season, we thought he was a good fit to provide some leadership from the young core, and he's doing a good job, and I hope he has a good game today.
Yeah, we are pretty confident this evening for winning 3 points after the game.
Excellent. And about your performance so far this season, how do you feel about it?
I feel wonderful, knowing that I'm very consistent throughout the games.
Yeah, O'Dane Murray, the second game running that he'll be wearing the captain's armband, Chris.
He's been playing very well in the back line as well. O'Dane Murray, young, lots of energy. And as I said, Humble Lions, just 3 goals conceded in their last 6 games. And he's a big deal to do with that as well. Consistency in the back, leadership from such a young man. And he'll be hoping to keep up that level today.
All right, let's hear from the other camp, Molynes United.
Very, very important because what happened, some of the teams that we're chasing have won over the weekend, so it's very important. We have to maintain a lot of discipline and also a lot of composure with this team. They're a very experienced team.
You have decided that youngsters are the way forward, and obviously you took a big chance. You've inserted them, and they've been doing well.
Yeah, definitely. They have been doing excellent for me so far. I give thanks for that, and I give the Lord thanks. What we want to do, though, because we're playing a very, as I said, disciplined team, we have a lot of patience today, a lot of determination. Even going forward, we have to have a lot of patience.
Well, Andrew spoke about doing a lot of work in the transfer window for your team. How has that been going, and new faces we have to look at?
There are the youngs coming in, so there are going to be new faces. There's 2 more. Khalifa is on the bench today, so we're giving them time, and they're coming in.
And how do you think the gelling and the chemistry has gone with obviously bringing in new players and so on?
It's difficult, but the beauty of it, they've been training for a little while now, so they're understanding the philosophy of me and the team.
After being out for 3 years, it feels really good to be back, I must say. And even coming in last week and playing my first game, getting the 3 points, I really raring and ready.
And how have you fit into this Molynes team so far?
Alright, so I've fit in really well, coach. Been working on some background stuff in training, getting me ready to play with the boys, so it's really good.
And about your expectations for the season, what are you looking at? What kind of goals have you set for yourself?
Alright, so firstly, some strength in defense, definitely. Getting some more clean sheets, and would tell maybe I can get a call up, hopefully.
Okay, excellent. And you've been used to this arena before. What do you think are Molynes' chances of moving up the table and probably getting into the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. It's looking really possible. We've been doing the training, the background training, even the last few weeks. We're ready.
That's for Sean Plummer, the man with the beard, rivaling Kimani Arbo, one of our Arnett Gardens, for the bushiest beard, Chris Taylor. He's at the heart of the Molynes defence.
Yeah, Molynes keeping a clean sheet in their last game as well. And a bit of inconsistency in the back line, so this man has been brought in, played for the UWI team previously in the Premiership, Rashawn Plummer, and he'll be in the heart of the defence for Molynes. Hopefully they can get some consistency in terms of their defensive work.
All right, the Swallows here buzzing around Sabina Park. They look like overgrown mosquitoes, but they are a nuisance. Well, not quite a nuisance to the players. The Humberland team talk, led by their effervescent assistant coach O'Neill Bigger Thompson, geeing them up for the clash with Molynes United, which kicks off not too long from now. Welcome back to Sabina Park for this match week 11 fixture. Humberline against Molynes United. It's Clarendon versus Kingston and St Andrew. Humberline, the Clarendon ambassadors. Kingston and St Andrew represented in this clash by the boys in yellow and blue. Molynes United. That's the clash, that's the matchup. My name is George Davis, working alongside Christopher Taylor, and we expect a bit of an arm wrestle between two teams who've not been fluent on the goal scoring end, but who have been two teams which have been improving in recent weeks. Humberland, the team nobody wants to play because they're so difficult to score against. Molynes have been rejuvenated by the infusion of some schoolboys who are making them so much better than the individual sum of their parts. Molynes will be missing their talisman, Nicholas Nelson, who only flew home with the senior reggae boys this afternoon at 1 p.m. from Canada for that World Cup qualifier. And so obviously he's not available for them this afternoon. Humberland had nobody on national duties, so all their key pieces were available in the training session leading in to this game. As we noted, the surface much better condition than it has been. We complained about water, and we had something to say about that on the SportsMax zone, and I came here extra early to see if the work was being put in, and yeah, the irrigation was being used, and the field was getting the treatment, making it right for a game of this magnitude in a league of this caliber. Good to see the Ascension League starting in Trinidad and Tobago as well. They don't have to envy Jamaica for top flight football, and now the JPL has a company in Carriacou. Let's hear referee Stephen Dewar talking to the skippers.
TV, all right? You're talking to me of green, of blue. Talk to me. Blue. Green, stop. You're ball our side. Now kick us up, so bring a team over this. Your ball, here, sir. Give me a yellow. I left me. TV, you left on Monday. Yeah.
Keep them tight?
No, I'm last. I'm doing business now here.
Stephen Dewar, the referee there, asking O'Dane Murray, the Humberland captain, not to leave him hanging. He's supported by Jeremy Singh, Marjorie Gale, and the fourth official is Andrew Hayden. So the Humberland starting 11, Chris, Keneal Petrie in goal, Rico Edwards, Gregory Lewis, Kareem Brand, Andre Clennon, Rayon Paisley, Keneal Hyde, O'Dane Murray, Shashane Barnes, Vishanul Harris, and the running man, Shamari Dallas.
4-1-4-1 will be their formation, which they've been playing all season. Just one change, Rowan Richards out and Rico Edwards in.
For Molynes, Peter Harrison in goal, Rashawn Plummer, Sir Jeannie Franks and Damian Thomas. Them, the rear guard, Jeremy Nelson, Carrick Stewart, Javon Brown. The tank is back. Rashawn Livingston, Dijon Grant, Tyrese Winter and Tyreek Wilson.
3-4-3 Molynes will be going with this time. Jeremy Nelson will be leading the line from the front. No Nicholas Nelson, no Trevante Stewart.
Last 3 games, Jeremy Nelson has played centre half, central midfield. Today is playing centre forward. The versatility of the man is to be applauded. So the Swallows giving us a break here at Sabina Park, and we're on the way. Ball rolling with Humberland, top team from Clarendon. Yet to really make a serious mark where the Premier League is concerned. They've come close on a couple of occasions of getting to the big dance. Not even a finals appearance to show for the hefty investment made in the club by the Member of Parliament for Central Clarendon, Leicester, Mike Henry. Winter goes back to Frankson. Wilson gets an early touch. Tries to hit Plummer on that far side. And he has as his shadow the captain, who turns it behind. It's a goal kick, says the assistant referee on this near side, Jeremy Neesing. So there's Andrew Price, skipper. Oh, beg your pardon, the head coach. Yeah, that's a tag. Beside him, the man in the grey, O'Neill Bigger Thompson, his assistant. And yeah, there they are. A combustible pair. Rambunctious. That's the us I was looking for, Mr. Producer. Don't cite me early. And make a good. Usually coaches and and assistants operating at yin and yang, one different from the other. I tell you, there are strong similarities between Price and Thompson. Early shot from Kareem Brand, but not really asking a question of Peter Harrison in goal for Molynes. Here's Garnet Lawrence, nice guy, level-headed, the head coach of Molynes, trying to make them into strong contenders. There's no relegation this season, but Early patches of this season, Molynes looked like relegation fodder, but he's strengthened up the team with the addition of some schoolboys. And now he feels as if he has a unit that can fight fairly with the big boys in this JPL. Javon Brown, haven't seen him for a while in the Molynes midfield. The little man, strong as an ox. He does a lot of work in that engine room. The last time I saw him, Chris, he was being nutmegged by Devonte Campbell for Mount Pleasant at the UEJFF Centre, who then ran up the field to score. This is Keneal Hyde, working it to Clennon. It won't run to him because Brown intercepted. That's the kind of protection he gives to the Molynes United defence. And it's a throw for Humberland in an advanced position.
Jerry, make sure you see me.
Good start by Humberland, getting the ball in the final third, which is where they have struggled generally this season. No opportunity yet for Andre Clennon, who is leading the line for them. Even a shot which was off target by Brian, but Humberland have struggled to create opportunities all season. And not much options in the forward areas as well. There's the infringement on the ball. Jeremy Nelson, as you said, very versatile in his play, coming back to help with defensive duties.
Skipper Murray trots across to take care of this free kick. Mini explosion beside us, or to our commentary point, because a piece of the DJ's equipment just went bang. No shrapnel hit us, Mr. Producer, you'd be happy to know, I'm sure. This is Murray. Thank you for asking. Here's in the back Rico Edwards with a not even I can describe what he just did. Livingston forward to Jeremy Nelson, looks across, nobody in the box, just yet in a yellow shirt. He plays it there nonetheless, hit and hope, and came up blank. With Nicholas Nelson, Molynes struggle to find the net, find the goal. And with him absent, you really expect them, Chris, to find it a hard task to score, and the task will be made even more difficult by the fact that they're playing Humberland.
Yeah, I think it will be difficult for Molynes. I wouldn't be surprised if both these teams cancel each other out, because Humberland have struggled at the attacking end, but as I say, are very stubborn defensively. Molynes started to look dynamic with the Nelson brothers partnering each other up front, but the younger one missing because of national duty. So yeah, I think it's going to be a struggle. And Jeremy just not a natural forward, as well as you saw deep he was willing to come back, so there was no outlet in terms of a pass. And if he's really going to do the full stretch of the field, I wonder how long he will last.
Well, Sir Genie Franson's long ball aimed at Livingston.
A bit surprised that Jaheim Harris was left out of the starting lineup, the Edwin Allen youngster. He's one of the three that were introduced 2 matches ago and really did well. He had a good game in the win last week as well. But
well, I tell you what, his cameo on debut wasn't so bad because we liked it. Yeah. Then when he started, he played well, we thought. You know, sometimes maybe in training leading up to the game, he may just look a little bit off colour, and maybe that's why the coach acted. Remember, he's still a schoolboy, still doing lessons at Edwin Allen.
Yeah.
So I was a bit surprised to see him on the bench, I must say.
And as I said, Javon Brown coming into the mix as well, who wouldn't have been in the side last week.
Yeah. Here he's in possession, Brown. Very left-footed. Additional Harris going the wrong way, but takes it well, the general. This is clash there. Winter taken down. He was bursting forward, coming across to block his advance was Edwards. This is the challenge. Shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to back. How often have we seen challenges like that? Referee Duar only gives Edwards a talking to, keeps his card in the pocket for now. Winter. The only time I've seen him struggle, Tyrese Winter, is when he's been asked to play an advanced position. He started this season as a winger. He was very ineffective, reverted to defense, and looked a different player. Was helping Molynes rather than being a passenger. Today, he's been asked to attack again to help the front men find the back of the net. This is Frankson. Drives it into the box. It runs loose. And the Molynes boys are appealing that he was touched by a Humberland player, and the referee agrees with them.
Yeah, not a good delivery at all, but it worked out for Molynes in terms of them retaining possession, but that was an awful delivery into the box.
Usually when you see a driven free kick from that position, it's towards goal. He drove it across goal to nobody.
It skimmed the 18-yard line.
Harris finds Clennon. Clennon! Had two men waiting for the pass to his left. He went for the shot. Didn't get much meat on it. Easy in the end of Peter Harrison. That was a good chance for Humberland.
An excellent chance, and the man you'd want it to fall to. The experience of Andre Clennon, who has just lacked the potency the last couple of seasons or so. Just one goal on the season, only one last season. 27 in his Premier League career, and a man who's played overseas as well. He's got to be doing better with that Andre Clennon. And if there's one criticism about him, it's just that he's lost that clinical nature about him. Last couple of seasons, Clennon. I can't blame him for not necessarily looking for the pass, but the shot, George, was not of the highest order at all.
The reason I mentioned the fact that he had two men to his left was, if you're going to kick it like that, you might as well pass it. That's the point I'm making.
And he could have passed it, but knowing a strike, I can understand him being selfish there, but the finish has got to be better.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
You can't criticize a forward for striking at goal. That's what he's paid for. But
if it's going to be like that,
yeah, you may as well pass it. And the technique, almost as if he was trying to go with the outside of the right boot from there.
That's exactly what he was trying to do. I don't think it was necessary. Yeah.
That's not the right technique.
He was looking to use the outside of the right boot to go into the far corner, but I think based on the angle, he didn't need to use the outside of the boot. He could have just put his laces through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's Jaheim Harris, the Edwin Allen schoolboy. Maybe surprised to starting this one from the bench, but needs must, and his coach knows best.
Yeah, the positive side to that is with his kind of pace and ability and strength, he could be used as an impact player.
Yep.
In maybe the second half when the Humberland legs are tiring a bit and probably make the difference, so who knows.
Lewis goes down under the challenge. Just dodged a few tackles, but had his run cut short. Here they go again, Humberland. Paisley flips it forward to Clennon. Nice take. Good first touch. Looking for help. Brand back to Paisley. Goes on a run into the box. So he goes down on the edge. Referee says free kick. Dangerous challenge by Dejon Grant. Paisley drove at him. This is it. Change of pace. And he goes away, and Grant. Clumsy. Nothing much in it, but it was a foul.
Yeah. Clumsy by Grant. I'd just love to see Vishanal Harris get into the game a bit more. The senior number 7 for Molynes. He's been a bit flat in the first 10-11 minutes, but he's integral in terms of their forward play. There he is.
Well, he'll tell you, Chris, that if Clennon had finished it, he would have had an assist to his name already. Because he played the perfect pass through to him, and then Clennon's finishing was bad. Anyway, Paisley lines up this free kick. Will he go for goal? Yes, he does! Helped over by Peter Harrison. Easy because it was straight at him. And good power, but not sufficient to cause Harrison to panic. And he just paddled it over his bar.
A player I like Paisley. He's come into this Humberland unit through the transfer window. Well, came back from overseas in Malta.
Here he is, Paisley. The back post, and the Dallas read it when nobody else did, but it was just too long for him.
Good idea by Paisley. Very quick. Well, that was Brian, but yeah, Paisley, quick, tricky player, good with his footwork. Both himself and Dallas will be looking to impact the game from the wide areas for Humberland.
Nelson stronger than Edwards. Wilson to Winter. Can Winter find the finish? No, he can't because he was under challenge. Tracked really well by the captain, O'Dane Murray. Bigger, stronger man, Murray.
Yeah, that's the kind of tackling ability and solidity that Murray has brought to this team. Not only with his leadership as such a young man, but reading the game really well. Strong in terms of his defensive play in the spine.
Harris trying to do Sergini Francis for pace, but the veteran has seen that many a time, wasn't being fooled. Harris short to his ex-Arnott Gardens teammate Keneal Hyde.
I want to tell you, it's a good thing that pass didn't go through because Hyde was not reading it at all. That would have been a goal kick.
Here's Hyde battling away. He find the cross, didn't fancy the left-footed cross. He's still working. Hyde squeezes it in, and it goes behind for a corner, says Molynes Gale over on that far side. Good work by Keneal Hyde, two-time Premier League champion, Arnott Gardens. So he has that kind of championship pedigree that can only help Andrew Price's team. He's going to go along with this, well, he's going to go conventional with this corner kick, Keneal Hyde. Near post, it's flicked in, and Harrison blocks it. There was an appeal for handball, but not a sustained appeal, it must be said. And Molynes break the other way. This is Livingston, superior pace. He's in. Livingston, can he find the shot? Jeremy Nelson! Molynes have broken the deadlock. We thought they'd have difficulty scoring with their ace marks for Nicholas Nelson unavailable, but his brother Jeremy says, little brother, whatever you can do, I can do too. That's Molynes one. Jeremy Nelson is from the back of the net.
Excellent transition play by Molynes. Great pace on the counter. And the reason why Humberland couldn't have a major appeal is that the play continued so quickly. And excellent work. Look at this here in terms of transition play. It came to Nelson initially. Lovely pass, one touch to the outside, and pace by Livingston here. Not sure who was trying to foul him there, if it was Lewis. But lovely pass, one-time finish. As you said, versatile galore. Jeremy Nelson, centre-back, central midfield, now striker. His first of the season to go with his 2 assists. And Molynes, very dynamic in their last couple games in the attacking end of things. And it continues.
Yeah, that was Shoshane Barnes trying to chase him, Chris. And Livingston looked as if he was on wheels. Shoshane Barnes is struggling in his wake. And the Humberland man left for dead, and Livingston had the sense of mind to not go for it himself, realized Jeremy Nelson's superior positioning, and it was easy for the tall man in the end to steer it home.
Yeah, lovely weighted pass by Livingston. We criticize the passes a lot, but that one was excellent. And just the way Nelson took it, he looked like a quality forward, a superior forward. That's how he opened up his body, allowed it to come across, and then a neat finish past the keeper.
The point to be made again, Chris, is weight of pass makes so much difference. And the weight of pass, if it was any better, it would have been spoiled. The weight of pass was good. So now, well, Clennon got the chance for Humberland, the first big chance of the game. He missed it. Molynes got their chance. They took it. Efficiency, a bit of hargy-bargy in the box. Mr. Dewar running to sort it out between Jeremy Nelson, who's being told to cool it by his teammates as well. Here's Thomas, and Dewar is telling him to behave himself. Must be Clennon involved. No prizes for guessing which Humberland player. Lewis pops this in, looking for the back post. Harrison goes up. Didn't get much. Paisley fires it back. It's not cleared. Goal was just over the bar from O'Dane Murray. Was that a save? No, says Molynes Gale. It's a goal kick.
It looked at first like there was a slight deflection. Not sure if it came off a Humble Lion player. Let's see it here. Not a bad delivery. I thought there was too much hang time on it, but Harrison did well. Look at it here.
Yeah, I think Murray's kick just looked as if it took a little touch off someone, but in the end, the assistant referee was well positioned and she didn't see that. Gregory Lewis. Here we have the free kick again. Turned out to be a good one. Harrison got something on it, but not much. Fired back in by Paisley, and then, yeah, it didn't deflect. I don't think it deflected.
Very touch and go. Maybe it was the top of the crossbar that we saw.
Maybe,
the movement.
yeah. Edwards' free kick. Grant allows it to bounce in the box. Not the best decision. Harris to Dallas, who was standing in an offside position anyway. A very ungainly swing at it in the end from Dallas, from the stab, the pass from Vishnu Harris. Wouldn't have counted.
I think Harris should have gone for goal from that position, especially with the bouncing ball. Why not sideways kick with the instep there from Harris? I don't think the pass was the right decision. Both defence lines just seem a little lackluster so far, and it's a bit surprising from a Humber line perspective because they are generally very solid and organised, but it hasn't been that way. Just before the goal, there's a very near opportunity for Molynes, which we praise the captain for, but how the ball got through was ridiculous.
Here's Vishnu Harris! Ooh, he was clipping it forward, clipping it towards Clennon with the left foot. It wasn't a shot, I can guarantee you that. And Clennon now remonstrating with him, either for why didn't you go for the shot or why didn't you pass the ball better. It was a pass he was attempting, and it was too long, too hard.
Yet again. Bad decision yet again. I think he should have gone for the far corner. And probably, if Peter Harrison had gotten a save to it, it would have pushed it into Andre Clennon's area of attack. Yeah, you got to go for goal there. I know Harris, typical midfielder, looking for the pass. But yeah, put your left foot through that to the far corner.
Paisley, stronger than Javon Brown, but he may have swung an arm. That's what the little tank is saying, that he was struck in the face, and the referee agrees with him. To be fair to Bishop Harris, though, Chris, the injury that derailed his career was an instep injury. And I think it may have been the left foot. I'm not quite, well, it's either right or left, but he's not really been the same kicking since then. It had him out for almost a year out with that injury, surgery on it, and then it wasn't healing properly. And yeah, so maybe he's just thinking twice, 3 times, not instinctive to go for shots in certain positions.
Yeah, but we've seen him take a few shots from, in fact, when the ball is on the grass and then you're looking to kick it, probably will actually jar it more, but that ball was bouncing nicely.
Yeah, but if you look, just watch him again for the rest of this game and subsequent games, how he shoots. It's not with the instep through the laces drive that we'd expect a player of his ability to be able to do, because I'm telling you, it weighs on his mind, that injury. Yeah. But that's all being said, he should have done better with that pass to Clennon, or with that shot.
It was always going to be difficult for him to weight that pass properly, just the nature of the move.
Come inside and make it two. No job.
I guess the only thing that Andrew Price can be satisfied with, as we see, Wilson lashes high. It bounced and didn't, well, it was a little bit too high for him, but he did, when he decided to go through with the shot, just the same. You want that back, you want that back.
There again though, George, the defensive organisation of Humber Line, just not what we're used to seeing. Again, too much space is there, a lot of open opportunities for Molynes. Yeah, that shot was not the best, but again, he had so much time. And that's been a concern. You heard Bigger Thompson mentioning that he wants more players in central positions. And I think part of it is to close down those lanes and those avenues for Molynes.
Yeah.
Which also created a goal opportunity.
Plummer and Franks are combining to foul Clennon just outside the box. The Arnett Gardens and Waterhouse players are already here. They're perched in the stands at the Courtney Walsh end watching this game.
And look who he's going to kick.
Yeah.
But as you said, chances are side-footed.
Yeah. He'll be looking to find a teammate. Vishnu Harris maybe playing something short. Let's see what he does. Immense quality, but injuries have robbed him of the things that made him effervescent, made him a special player. He still has retained quality. As he goes low with the side of the foot, blasted by Keneal Hyde. It's off Livingston, and it's a corner kick to Humber Line. They at least get something out of all of that disappointing free kick.
Yeah, free kick wasn't the best. It looked like he went with the instep in the end as well. Harris, and then Hyde was scuffed badly.
Here's this corner, headed away by Winter. Further by Livingston. This is Barnes. Harris. Just about to rob Grant. At least Humberland can't say they haven't created chances. They have, but they just haven't taken them just yet. Shane Barnes looks really suspect when racing back towards his goal because he had a head start on Tyreek Wilson just now. Wilson was closing him down. For the goal, Livingston made him look like an old man with a walking stick. So at least the Molynes boys know that they have the beating of a couple of the Humberland defenders for pace. Haven't seen much of Dallas for Humberland just yet. Oh, his pass to Keneal Hyde is wasted, and now Carrick Stewart plays that forward. Actually, Thomas. And it went astray.
You'd never know that Shamar Dallas is on the field. This is very unlike him in terms of energy. Usually he's, as you'd say in Jamaica, all over the place like mad ants. But he's been very quiet. Usually we'd have seen overlapping runs and penetrating the wing areas of the opponent, but not so far.
Yeah, he'll tell you that most of the play is being built on the opposite side, not the side that he's on. Here's Brand trying to string things together for Humberland. Back to Hyde.
He was a late addition to the starting lineup as well. Here he is being fouled, so you wonder if he's not 100% in terms of health.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why the energy is so low.
Yeah, his most muted performance of the season by far. The running man Shamar Dallas trying to sell the dummy to Winter, who wasn't buying it. It's taking a while to get back up. Wiry figure, Shamar Dallas. Not much physically, but he'll work all day. And then at the end of the day ask if there's more work to be done. That's the kind of player he is. Humberland need something before long. This is Kareem Brand. Back post. Clennon wins the header. And Harrison may be doing that for the cameras. Gives away a corner.
Nice ball into the box. Excellent trajectory. Not surprising to see Andre Clennon win the header, but not much pace behind it. Needs more Clennon.
Here's this corner. Clennon with the header. Ooh, it was missed by Vishnu Harris. A fresh year shot, well, a fresh year kick from the man wearing number 7 for Humberland. No connection. Any connection, you felt it would have at least gone towards Peter Harris's goal. This is the play once again. Clennon wins the header. And look at Harris come here and he stabs at it, misses it.
Based on Clennon's position, why didn't he go for goal? He was under no pressure. I'm not saying that the header across goal doesn't bring an opportunity for Harris, but the same like Harris, you're in an advantageous position. You're not marked. You're not under pressure. You're good in the air, Clennon. Why would you not go for goal?
Strange decision. Humberland with 56% possession. They've made a lot of the running in this game. Have had some good chances. Haven't connected that blow, and Molynes United by contrast have already connected with the glass jaw of Humberland and shattered it through Jeremy Nelson. Brown in midfield for Molynes. Back to Deshaun Grant. Plummer. Livingston lost out, and now Vishnu Harris comes the other way for the Clarendon team. Clennon tried to play Kareem Brand. Harris had gone down. The referee Dewar had played advantage, but since none accrued to Humberland, he calls a play back. No doubt had his legs taken by a combination of Brown and Grant.
Yeah. Not as speedy as he once was, Harris, but good movement there, good skill. Generally good close ball skills, Vishnu Harris.
Lewis. Oh wow, poor from him. Efficient from Livingston, who's helped out by Wilson. Rico Edwards to Shane Barnes. Humberland centre halves exchanging passes. Keneal Hyde. Dallas can't get him away down this side because he's closely marked by Sergini Frankston, who fouls him. But the defender would take that over allowing Dallas to run beyond him into space down that left-hand side. Brand spears this into the box, looking for a green shirt. It falls for Harris once again. He could only send it out of play.
Well, quite a few opportunities coming in the 18-yard area for Humberline, and all of them fall into the two senior men that you'd want them to fall to. Both Harris and Clennon, and yeah.
Just from this play, Chris, he was saying that he couldn't see the ball because of the sun. That's what he was saying.
He was on the back foot.
Yeah.
He was on the back foot, but Andrew Price did talk in the interview and say it was necessary for those two players to turn up.
Yep.
If carry the weight of the team if Humberline are going to get more at the attacking end.
Here goes Clennon now racing in down this left-hand side. He's offside. I think Dallas was onside, not Clennon, but then Dallas abandoned pursuit of the ball to allow Clennon to go through, and then Clennon was pulled up with the offside flag.
Garnet Norrie is not really happy with the high line, so he wants him to sit a bit more. As you said, Clennon almost getting through, and had he left it for Dallas, it would have been in. That was good skill there by Jeremy Nelson. Versatile player, scored one already. Flicking it over the head of the defender, and, well, left-footed strike, not the best, but yeah, created space for himself.
Moody, well, Hyde trying to hit Harris, but Harrison gathers. 29 minutes, but we're in the 29th minute, almost in the 30th minute. We thought it would be a struggle between two teams who are notoriously shot shy. We had some good goal-mouth action so far, we must be fair. Strange decision by Rico Edwards to be playing around with it in his 18-yard box, and he acknowledges the criticism of his teammates. He's given away a throw. There's the Arnott Gardens team. Watching this with interest from their perch at the Courtney Walsh end of this famous cricket ground. Famous football ground as well, from a local perspective. Dallas to Clennon. Hyde. Clennon turned in slow motion, left the defenders. Can he keep the ball in? No, he can't. And wanted the referee to whistle for a foul on him. The referee says, no, you dribbled it into touch. It's a throw to Molynes.
Yeah, I think that was a touch and go. I can't blame referee Dua there.
Yeah, they're the Waterhouse boys. I had to just signal their coach, Marcel Gale, with an eagle-eyed view on proceedings. You were saying, Chris?
Yeah. As you see, Waterhouse, they have been quietly going about their work. When persons have talked about the attractive-looking teams and all of that, they've not necessarily mentioned Waterhouse, but Waterhouse have been at the top of the table and a chance to go back there. I'm sure Marcel Gale will be more concerned about the results than the attractiveness necessarily, for sure, of the play. But yeah, no, I was saying I can't disagree with Dewar with the call, even though it was a touch and go. I think Clennon had already miscontrolled the ball and over dribbled.
They brought down by Thomas. Quick free kick to Bryan. Now Hyde. Dallas doing the 1-2 with Hyde. Still Hyde going. Frankson comes across to confront him. Still Hyde. Cross comes in. It's cleared by Javon Brown. On point again. Little midfield tank for Molynes. Inside his 18-yard box, doing good work. Hyde once again for Humberland. Puts the cross in, it finds Harris. Clennon with the shot! And it took a deflection, and it's a corner.
Again, these opportunities fall into Harris and Clennon, and they can't find the back of the net. It's a scuff shot again by Clennon. He holds his head, but the finish is not the best. Yes, it was deflected, but you've got to be finding your way through.
Pays this corner once again to the midfoot. Clennon! He misses it. How many chances will the Humble Iron forward get in this first half and fail to capitalize? That's another one for him.
Good delivery into the box by Brian. This one wasn't the easiest for Clennon because he was under pressure. I think the one before that was a lot easier, but yeah, he was always falling away and the ball was dipping. So it wouldn't be too hard on him for that one, but yeah, a lot of opportunities falling to both himself and Harris. And with their experience, Humble Iron should be back in this game already.
Frankson robbed by Lewis. Paisley clips it in, trying to find Kareem Brand. But off the chest of Plummer, who doesn't have the speed to, well, he does have the speed to get across and ensure that Paisley wasn't able to gather. There have been several games this season where Clennon has been berating his teammates for not finding him, not giving him chances. He's the one on the end of the criticism this afternoon because he's not capitalized on the chances created for him by his colleagues. Nelson trying to connect with Livingston, but Livingston was saying, well, he was being fouled, so he couldn't break forward to collect that pass. Barnes to Dallas. Dallas's pass to Clennon is a good one. Clennon to Harris. Harris's first touch is good. Second touch good also. It's still Vishnal Harris. Still Harris. Oh, Kareem Brand was begging him for the pass, and Vishnal Harris ignored him. Anyway, Humble Iron come again. He's broken up now. Back to their captain, Murray. Paisley. Paisley trying to work the angle for the shot. He squeezes it, but it's blocked. Hyde needs some help. Humble Iron have done so much good attacking work, but nothing to show for their efforts because of bad finishing. Plummer heads away. Dallas wide to Murray. It's now Gregory Lewis. Damian Thomas with the clearance from Molynes. Paisley once again. Brought down by Brown. Play on, says the referee, because Humble Iron have the ball. This is Murray. Can he get the cross in? It's flicked forward off the chest of Plummer. Harris with a shot that's blocked. How are Humble Iron not on the board? Only there. Harris with the header! And he sends it high and wide.
Well, another opportunity goes a-begging. Poor delivery initially, then Paisley. So much quality from the wide area. Harris got under the ball instead of on top of it. Vishnal Harris. And that's a poor finish. And he had a lot of time as well. Mistimed the jump. And almost his technique in terms of how he jumped looked like almost like a clearance instead of an attempt on goal.
12 shots overall, 8 by Humble Iron. I don't think in any game that we've done this season, Humble Iron have created so many chances in the first 35 minutes. In fact, I'm certain of that.
In fact, as we said, every game they have struggled to create opportunities. We asked Andrew Price in the interview about that. He said, well, it needed to come from Clennon and Harris. It has, but they just haven't finished. They have created quite a few opportunities with Paisley in the wide areas as well. And well. Vishnal Harris, a man who scored 30 Premier League goals in his career. Clennon 27, so 57 between the two. And we can't say that the chances have been the hardest you've seen. It's chances that with their experience, they should be taking at least 1 or 2. Humble Iron 5 corners, Molynes 1. Well, Molynes have gotten one real opportunity and they scored it.
Yep. That was from a breakaway from a Humble Iron corner in transition. They caught them. Livingston, the man with the assist, fires this one to the back post for Jeremy Nelson to pick it back, and it was headed over by Sir Genie Frankson, holding his head as we see Price and Thompson consultation. Not sure what they can do because their players are doing what they ought to be doing, which is create chances, just not scoring. Here's Livingston with a shot. Going to had given him the passing option, but still applauds him for taking on the shot, Winter, even though he felt that he was in place to receive the pass from Livingston.
Yeah, but Gregory Lewis was too deep, so he could look at Gregory Lewis here. So that is why the space is there. Gregory Lewis, the central defensive midfielder, needed to step up into the space to close down that area. 4 Humble Lion defenders caught inside the 18-yard box, nowhere close to the ball, and giving up plenty of opportunities for Molynes to shoot. So a bit of disorganized play there by Humble Lion.
Kareem Bryan with a free kick after Dallas was kicked in the head. Met by Franks. Gregory Lewis trips over his own feet. And now Tyrese Wilson. Tyrese Wilson is sent running. Livingston should have dummied it, you think? For Winter.
Yes, he wasn't aware of the overlapping run. I think Garnet Lawrence is saying, or Andre Daly, the assistant coach, is saying that to him, but he didn't know Livingston. He didn't realize.
Well, he wasn't called.
Yeah.
Paisley.
It was Winter making the overlapping run, wasn't it?
Yep. Brown blocks that ball. Livingston around the corner to Nelson. Back to Brown. To Livingston. Into the space. Difficult ball for Jeremy Nelson to get to under the end. Murray sweeps it out. Allows the Humble Lion defense to reset. Meanwhile, Molynes are warming up 3 players. Jaheim Harris, Marquand Aldridge, going through their paces. And of course Sutherland.
Yeah, Tyreek Sutherland. Excelsior old boy.
Well, Marquand Aldridge is getting the instructions from the assistant now. Maybe he'll be the first of the 3 to go in.
Very strong presence, the schoolboy. Very promising player, Marquand Aldridge. Generally, plays more of a box-to-box side, but he can play in the attacking midfield role. I think he will probably ask to play a box-to-box role in this Molynes team. Strong on the ball, lovely skill, good shooter as well. Excellent vision at the schoolboy level, of course. It's very different up here, but you think with his quality, he would be able to make that transition.
Excellent forward play by Jeremy Nelson. He was under pressure, 1 man against the world, and he kept possession. This is Wilson. Only 2 men up front with him. Some more help coming. He's flung it far side, trying to find Livingston. Molynes get a breather from the constant Humble Lion attack. This is Thomas finding himself in an advanced position. And it actually Carrick Stewart. It cannons off O'Dane Murray. And it's a corner to Humble Lion.
There's Marquand Aldridge, who we spoke about. 18 years of age now. Marquand, Kingston Technical schoolboy. Exciting player. Here's a number 31. That's Sutherland there beside him. In 2017, I think it was Excelsior team, 2016.
Excellent take by Petrie under pressure. He says he was hurt making that save. We haven't got no water break in this game so far, which is odd. So,
yes, I was about to say.
I wonder what happened to our friends at 876.
And this time there's certainly no torrential rain, why you would say that there wouldn't have been one.
Yeah, but I've seen the water breaks taken with the rain tearing down.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I mean, the sun is certainly out in its glory.
But the coach is angry that the game was stopped.
I think it's just been forgotten because it's a sponsored break as well, isn't it?
So, Molynes in no rush to take this throw as Damian Thomas comes forward to take this throw. Flings it into the box, the heads go up. Murray met it. Nice turn by Dejon Grant, lovely feet by Dejon Grant. It runs through to Livingston. And the goalkeeper was wrong-footed. Actually, it was Carrick Stewart with the shot again. Goalkeeper was slightly wrong-footed, but dragging his shot wide, the Kingston College schoolboy. So Hyde for Humberland, away from Jeremy Nelson to Dallas. Can't find the 1-2 Dallas. The pass was short. That was poor from Shamari. Dallas hasn't had a good game, it must be said. A player we like.
Yeah.
Today has not been his day so far. Work rate not up, and his use of the ball has been inefficient, we shall say.
He can't be 100%, George. It's clear, just based on his movement, that something is not right. As we said, he was a late addition to the starting lineup, which in itself is unusual. So he must be under the weather somewhat.
Livingston receives from Brown. Again, Sodane Murray. All the way, pulls it back. Oh, just bad control by Wilson. Had time to do better than that, and then he ended up handling the ball and turns it over. It's a Humberland free kick.
Yeah, lovely work on the wide, in the wide areas. Put into the box. Great opportunity. As I said once again, the touch, not the best. This has also been the most disorganized I've seen the Humberland defense, certainly in the last half a dozen games. They've been very good at the back in terms of leadership communication, but today Molynes have found quite a few holes, even though they've only scored one. A lot of space given.
Ditto on that. Murray's cross. Aiming for Dallas, but out jumped by Winter, who's shorter than him. Dallas has another chance. He's a chance to atone. What can he do? Whips the left-footed cross into the back post off the chest of Clennon. And cleared by Livingston. Still alive for Humberland, though. Oh, bad giveaway by the captain, Murray. Barnes, though, gets it back for them. Hyde flicks it out to Dallas. Cross to the back post. Cleared with authority by Damian Thomas. Wilson to Nelson. Molynes United bench applaud Jeremy Nelson for just holding it and playing it off his man for a Molynes United throw. 44th minute. Fourth official has his number on his board ready, but we can't see it from here. He's hiding it from us. 1 minute, says my astute cameraman, Milton Hutchinson. So not many stoppages in this first half. Thomas at the back for Molynes. They have the 1-0 lead. They have a little crumb of comfort. Humberland, not for want of trying. They failed to register. They've had so many chances. I can't believe a forward has miskicked so often as Andre Clinton has in this first half. Vishnu and Harris just as guilty as well. We expect players of that caliber, both of them, of the quality they are, to have been able to really produce something from one of the chances they got. They'll have a lot of apologizing to do to Andrew Price and the team in the dressing room at halftime if it stays at 1-0. As we told you, Arnett Gardens, Waterhouse boys already in the house for their second clash, which promises to be real beer knuckle punch up. Well, not in the literal sense. Hyde out to Dallas. Dallas's pass is poor, blocked by Plummer. Barnes. Wide to his captain Murray. Humberland, one last attack before halftime. Brand. Oh, gives it away to Javon Brown and Jeremy Nelson. Exchanging passes with Brown in the midfield. Not much going forward, so they're patient with it, Molynes. Livingston. Brown goes down under a challenge from Kareem Brand, who will get the first yellow card of the game. Yeah, just the challenge right there. Brown having his body between himself and, well, between Brian and the ball. And he won that free kick. Molynes in no hurry whatsoever. They know the halftime whistle is 9. And referee Dewar looks at his watch, puts the whistle to his lips and signals the end of the first half. Molynes United leading Humberland 1-0 at the break. The boys in green had a hatful of chances, but very inefficient. Poor finishing on occasion. Molynes in front, but not comfortable. But they'll take that over a 0-0 score at halftime. It isn't 0-0. The boys in yellow won. The boys in green 0. Halftime. We'll be back with more here at Sabina Park. Back with us here at Sabina Park for the highlights of the first half of this first game of Match Week 11 on this Monday. Humberland 0, Molynes United 1, and from the Humberland perspective, they'll be struggling to reconcile with not having a goal on the sheet after all that they did in the first half. Vishnu Harris plays Andre Clennon through. He must score, you think. And he can only hit a weak shot. Drew back the foot with intent rather, but the shot really, really poor. Paisley requiring a save, regulation save from Harrison. Then look at this, Jeremy Nelson battling away. Finds Wilson, flipped it to Winter. Good defending from O'Dane Murray, the captain for Humberland, to preserve the clean sheet up to that point. And from this corner, Humberland had a appeal for handball, turned down, and Nelson to Livingston. And then look at Livingston do Shane Barnes of pace. He leaves him for dead. Into the box, composure, and Nelson meat and drink for the finish. Easy. One of the easiest goals he'll ever score in the Jamaica Premier League. The fleet-footed Livingston setting it all up. And Petrie, point blank range, the attacker stood away from him. Could do nothing about Jeremy Nelson's shot. Molynes racing into the lead, and Jeremy Nelson doing what his big brother Nicholas Nelson would usually be doing, except for the fact that he's away on national duty. Vishnu Harris opted to pass to Clennon when it looked as if he should have shot. Clennon won that header. Harris made it look more difficult than it actually was. Then Clennon will win this header, trying to play Harris in. He takes a stab at it. Vishnu Harris misses it. In an event, there were bodies in front of him. And Humberland had a lot of the offensive play, but couldn't find a way past. 15 shots overall, 8 to Humberland. 4 shots on target, 3 of them from Humberland. There were 22 fouls, 14 committed by Molynes. 1 yellow card to Kareem Bryan, Humberland midfielder. 2 offsides, both against Humberland. 7 corners, 5 against Humberland. And Humberland had 58% possession. Let's tell you what happened in Sunday's games. Mount Pleasant, Portmore, and then Dunbeholden and Harborview.
This was a close encounter for the majority of this game. We didn't see a lot of shots on target until pretty late in this one, and the chances really were few and far between, although Dunbeholden were bossing the possession in this contest. So the quality wasn't all that in the first half, but as they tried to eke out an advantage, they just couldn't get on the score sheet. Trayvon Reed, sometimes he was brilliant, although the end product was lacking. On this occasion, he had the opportunity to just lay off a pass to the edge of the 6-yard box, but it wasn't coming. Phillips was also very good for Dunbeholden. Harborview, they had to be defending desperately at times. This one forced a fantastic double save from Anthony Bennett. And really, you can see that he was massive in goal for Harborview. I think that he was doing enough. There's a shot from McGregor, looking for his 3rd goal this season. Just wasn't coming for him. Hughes' delivery inside. Again, that one actually went out of bounds before he came back inside, according to the assistant referee. But he didn't cross the line, the crucial line in any event, in the end. This free kick was taken quickly. Robinson found himself in space, Ronaldo Robinson, and could not hit the target. Give credit to Damian Hyatt, who made himself a force in front of him. And here's Christian playing it inside, and what a finish that was by Dwayne Smith in the 90th minute. Good close control skills, and then bang into the top corner. That was a very good finish, and that proved to be enough. Just enough for Dunbeholden. They could have doubled their advantage. This effort hitting the post from McGregor, deflected effort off Johnny Talbot, wasn't enough. Taking a look at the highlights here, as Mount Pleasant to Ricardo Morris getting an attempt on target. Williams moving to his right to make the save, and they had to do so as well. Ricardo Morris trying to make an impact against his old club. Sends the ball inside again. Williams punching it out. And no issues there for him in the end. This effort, wonderful stuff from Sigree. Donovan Sigree trying to just let that one dip under the bar, just went over. They were knocking. What a delivery this was by Emilio Rousseau, finding the head of Chevoy Watkin, getting his first this season. A beautiful goal. The centre-back rising highest to score in the 65th minute of play. You remember that one? So to Portmore United. And they took the lead there. Mount Pleasant, they were always trying, but then the counter-attack happened. McFarlane, the number 9, saw that he had lots of company, and they came forward in their numbers. Ball sent inside, and Kenny Charleston with the finish. And it really was a very good finish. Had the space to work with. It was Cunningham. That was a delightful chip inside, and Charlton, look at that finish. 4 minutes some time. And that pretty much sealed it for Portmore United. The good old smash and grab. Portmore United almost got themselves in some trouble there, but Mount Pleasant couldn't convert through Sudey McCullough. Benjamin Williams making the save there. It was a standout performance by the Portmore custodian.